Our top story tonight, thousands bracing for a winter storm that could wallop the Carolinas this weekend. The Charlotte area could see anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of snow.
And the further north you go, the more snow you will see. It's possible that people living in the mountains could get anywhere from 12 to 16 inches. Thank you for staying with us at 6. I'm Rachel Brown.
And I'm Fred Shropshire. It isn't just snow we're talking about. We could see wet weather ranging to sleet and ice to rain and even freezing rain.
NCDOT getting their fleet ready to roll. Crews will start brining many roads and interstates tonight.
And when it comes to supplies, bread aisles across the area have already been wiped clean. Hardware stores seeing a run on everything from shovels to space heaters.
Our crews spread out from the mountains to the foothills and all across the Charlotte area to make sure you and your family are ready when this storm hits.
Let's start with Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich. Brad, it's important to stay weather-aware because there's still a lot that could change with this winter storm.
Yeah, and the impacts will be huge, even with lower snow amounts. I mean, you can point it out perfectly. This is going to be a mixture of everything. We're going to see some sleet and ice mixed in here, which could cause some big-time issues across the area. I want to show you quickly the winter storm watch, which has been expanded to most of our North Carolina counties. Everything you see in that light blue, winter storm watch in effect, basically Saturday afternoon through Monday afternoon. There could be more counties added, and they could be upgraded to winter weather advisories or winter storm warnings. This is very early for a watch. Typically, you need about 48 hours from the event starting with high confidence. That's the leading edge of the Arctic air, which is spilling in across the Ohio Valley. You think it's cold now. Wait till that cold front arrives tomorrow. That will be really cold, dry air. Our storm system is down here moving across the south, so the cold air is moving in first. That's a key part of this system. Typically, we don't have the cold air in play at the beginning. So we have a high confidence of snow and mainly sleet. It will never change to rain here across the northwest Piedmont, the foothills, and the mountains. Now, in the Piedmont, including the Charlotte area, that's where we've got problems. It will not be all snow, and it won't be all rain. It's going to be a mixture of them. So those high snow totals some of you have seen, those are way too high because it doesn't account for mixing, which means there's going to be sleet and rain mixing in at times. So when you look at the probabilities of seeing at least 4 inches or more of snow through Sunday night, you can see where the highest threat of that is, basically across the mountains, the foothills, and the northwest Piedmont. As you get closer to Charlotte, higher total chances north of town, lower as you go to the south. And this is all begun because of mixing. I think sleet is going to be a big part of this, and sleet actually is more hazardous on the roads than snow because it accumulates quicker on the road surface and it doesn't melt as quickly. So tomorrow we'll be watching that cold front approaching in the afternoon, and as we get closer to the weekend, we're going to fine-tune that snowfall forecast. Coming up, I'll show you the impacts and timing as well as how much snow we could see and even the ice when this is all said and done.
All right, Brad, thank you. And this is a live look we want to show you at Blowing Rock tonight. You can see some snow still on the ground from a system that moved through earlier this week. And now they could see up to a foot more.
NBC Charlotte's Brandon Goldner live in the high country. Brandon, the mountains could get the brunt of this storm. How are people preparing?
Well, that's right, Fred and Rachel, and that's why people are taking advantage of roads that were clear earlier. Now with this darkness, there is concern, especially with certain parts of the roads that have icy spots. School districts have already announced delays. Avery County schools will be under a 2-hour delay tomorrow morning. Watauga County schools under a 1-hour delay. We're already seeing a lot of people packing grocery stores, taking advantage of these clear roadways. Meanwhile, DOT, they're getting ready to go onto 12-hour weekend shifts. They have about 3,500 pounds of brine as well as 12,000 gallons of excuse me, I messed up those numbers, but they are right there on the screen. But we are keeping an eye on this and keeping an eye on these latest conditions and the possibility of this area getting walloped again with snow. Reporting live in Boone, I'm Brandon Goldner, NBC Charlotte.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. And as winter storm approaches, the Department of Transportation is getting its snow and ice fleet ready.
Yeah, this is a live look at I-77. NCDOT telling us that starting tonight, they plan to pre-treat it and all other interstates in Mecklenburg and Cabarrus counties.
Our Xavier Walton picks up our live winter storm team coverage with a closer look at the road preparations. Xavier?
Fred, Rachel, yeah, I'm in the storm tracker behind the camera. NCDOT will start with a brine solution, which is a mixture of water and salt. The operation is going to start with 20 brine trucks, increasing to 68 over the weekend, and topping out at just under 100 by Sunday night. Now, crews also plan to treat the Monroe Expressway in Union County, and as for the other roadways, NCDOT crews will start to brine them Friday morning, so starting early tomorrow morning. They will use 10 state trucks. An extra 23 trucks will be available over the weekend to help clear primary roads. And in other areas like Anson, Cabarrus, Stanley, and Union counties, crews will start brining operations late tonight and then go ahead and continue throughout the morning, starting tomorrow morning. And they're going to be out until all bare pavement routes are treated. So it is really all hands on deck for NCDOT. Reporting live in the Chevy Storm Tracker, I'm Xavier Walton. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Xavier. Be safe out there.